Okay, this was written, I think, about Damien Hirst and Damien Hirst's muse, who I thought might have been Degas' ballerina. And it's called the Muse in the Tattered Tutu. The muse in tattered tutu on a garlanded swing drives me to creation. The lark is on the wing. The other girls are pretty, the other girls will do, but nothing can distract me. I love her tutu too. The muse in tattered tutu is hurt, but not by me. She saves me from abstraction, rids me of ennui. The other girls have culture, the other girls have pearls, but nothing can distract me from her muskiness and curls. The muse in tattered tutu, I'd save her if I could. Helps me count the pennies, makes me feel quite good. The other girls have lippy, the other girls have coal, but nothing will distract me when she plays the other role. The muse in tattered tutu, tutu, tutu tight, drives me from the bathroom in the middle of the night. Other girls have boyfriends, other girls have girls, but nothing will protect me from the insults that she hurls. The muse in tattered tutu has left me so sad. I drove her to the station. I wish I never had. Other girls have manners, other girls have grace, but nothing will console me now she's in another place. Okay. Is that in my face?
We can't see you yet.
Oh, God.
There we go, that's better.
I can't be hidden from my public, can I? This is called Stan's song, and I'm afraid I have to get into character here, which is difficult. Okay. I want to tell you about Charlie. Diamond geezer Charlie, salt of the earth, my best mate. Do anything for me, Charlie, and he did. I thought at first of making this an haiku, but I couldn't keep it brief. Not brief enough. Not even when I was dying for a piss or writing standing up like Hemingway, who always wrote standing up, which kept his stuff to the point, terse even. He'd be dying to have a sit down, but had to write something first, so he kept it short, and then he could have his sit down and perhaps stroke the cat that ate avocados in the Cuban sun. Charlie is doing life now. In a way, he gave his life for me. We're all doing life one way or another, Charlie would say when I visited him, except I'm doing it the easiest way. The sonnet was another possibility, just that little bit too gay, know what I mean? Not that I'm not in touch with my feminine side and all that. My inner woman is called Michelle, and she's a fucking slut who wouldn't know a sonnet if you shoved one up her jacksie. Charlie's doing life for taking a life. I watched him take that life, and while he took it, his eyes said, "Here's your life back, Stan. You're free." Free verse seemed apt. Free bird, I loved that song, still do. Leonard Skinner, what a tragedy, eh? Free bird, that's a cracking oxymoron. Charlie stabbed my nagging wife in the heart with a butcher's knife he called slick. She was dissing me, he said. Stan, now you're free, he said. He wiped the blade as carefully as Shakespeare might have wiped his favourite quill, then drove himself to Paddington Green and put his hands up. Give me somewhere to stand and I will carry the weight of your world, Stan, he once said. Archimedes was not lost on Charlie, but he often misquoted him. Diamond geezer Charlie, salt of the earth, my mate. Do anything for me, Charlie. And he did. I think we'll go highbrow now. This is bookish, so I hope you bear with it. Yeah, anyway, it's called Scouting for Girls. And I wrote this before that a popular beat combo named themselves Scouting for Girls. I got there first. And this should have been their first number one. And it rhymes by accident, really. It's called Scouting for Girls. I was rooting around in the library, a swine truffling for pearls, when I found a gem in the leaf mould. It was practical scouting for girls. The girl on the cover was dated, the dust jacket tatty and tired. She looked from the book in a way to convey that she knew the I want she inspired. I knew at once I must find her for her freshness, her woggle, her curls. And I had just the thing that would help me. It was practical scouting for girls. I read it from cover to cover. I learnt how to put up a tent. I learnt how to stop a runaway horse and what establishment meant. I read a lot about skipping, then skipped the chapter on verse. The knitting bit had me in stitches. I am now a competent nurse. I never did find my scout girl, her freshness, her woggle, her curls, but wooed and won the librarian, helped by practical scouting for girls. We've got one more. This is called The Secrets of Magic. Yeah, and it's supposed to be done in an American accent, but I can't do an American accent, so bear with me. The Secrets of Magic. Things started getting out of hand when the dog got run down in the street outside our window. She had watched it happen, and when I got back from work, she was standing there in tears. I held her for a while, then took her to bed. I'd first seen her in Stanley Park one afternoon when a bunch of us were sitting around with guitars, playing whatever came into our heads and generally fooling about. A number of kids had congregated to catch the mood and catch the sun. She sat away from the others under the shade of a tree, long thick hair, the colour of new pennies burning against almost white skin. She wore a green summer dress and red Converse. I knew she was there, but not really there, until Gus came along in a daze, stood among us and announced Kurt Cobain was dead, for real, shot himself in the head and was dead. I looked at her then, alone under that tree, tears running black from her eyeliner. I told myself she needed comforting, only really it was me who needed her. So I went to her and held her. She sobbed into my white t-shirt. We practically stayed like that for the rest of the day, talking about Kurt and singing his songs. Then somebody played In Memory of a Free Festival on his boombox, and after that the only thing to do was to go home or someplace else. She came back to my place. We ate pizza and listened to Nirvana CDs while she cried some more. She laughed when I told her she looked like a clown and with her makeup running. We kissed before she left me, knowing I would see her again. Soon we were living together and making plans. Sex wasn't that great, but I put that down to anything I could think of except the truth. I wasn't going anywhere near the truth back then. After the dog, I started to find more ways to make her cry so I could comfort her. It gets better. During the day, I would make up sad stories to tell her at night, and I would buy her eyeliner and mascara, the cheap stuff that ran, and encouraged her to use it. But I should never have told her about the clown. They found her on the sidewalk, crumpled and broken, except for her face, which, undamaged by the 30-foot fall from the window, she'd made up like a clown's, bright red mouth. I'd never known her to wear lipstick. And thick black weep lines running from her eyes. She had cropped her hair, gelled it so it stood up like a fright wig. Just like Beppo the clown, who at my 8th birthday party led me into the cellar to show me the secrets of magic.